Each year in the House of Commons, the Chancellor of the Exchequer presents a budget. Each year at Holbeach Parish Council, an allotment inspection report is presented. In the House of Commons, there is a reply to the budget from the opposition, as at Holbeach Parish Council, the member from St Mark's does not want people from out of the parish talking in the open forum. Although there is councillors sitting on the council who do not live in the parish, it has been decided to make a reply to the report via video. The 2013 allotment inspection was held on the 19th of June, and as usual there was another grand turnout from councillors. In fact, only 3 councillors attended, plus the clerk, who was appointed in April, and the clerk that resigned in December 2012. The report does contain parts blacked out. This is due apparently to the Freedom of Information Act guidance. However, previously names have been mentioned. In 2007, Mr Poll had intruded on private land owned by Mr Buxton, even though he had not done so. This was again repeated in 2008, but again Mr Poll had not intruded. And even though this statement was not true, it was not blacked out. Northern's Lane, plots 1 to 15, neat and tidy. This has previously been noted as tenanted by several different people, but this year is planted all with potatoes by a local farmer who has been sublet the land. Records show no plot 19, but a shed has 19 marked on it and is being used. On close inspection, the shed has 18 on it, and to the right hand side an arrow marking 19 adjacent, but previous inspections have shown 19 and somebody using it. Plot 20 appears rough and vacant, although down to 2, the name blacked out, but the plot appears trimmed and that somebody is using it. Plot 25, records show vacant, but being worked, to be investigated. 25 last year was vacant and was reported to be in an untidy state. Subsequently, it was agreed for it to be comprehensively sprayed and ploughed. By the state of the weed growth, it doesn't look like this plot is being worked, and if last year it had been comprehensively sprayed, the perennial weeds should not be here. If records showed the plot as vacant, why had the council not advertised it for letting? They could always advertise it on the parish council notice board. Overall improvement from last inspection. Plots need remarking and vacant plots letting. Letters to be sent to plots needing attention, but 4 weeks on, there's no sign of any advert as to what allotments are available for letting. Battlefield Lane. And now comes the comment, no problem. But there seems to be plenty of problems here. Plots 2 to 10, no problem. Plot 21, no problem. So what has happened to plot 11 to 20? Previously it was stated that there was 32 plots and down to 2 tenants. One of those left last year, which would infer that the allotments have been remarked, but whoever did it was alphabetically challenged. The problem is they are only listing 6 plots, A to F, but there is actually 7 plots. It is assumed that the allotment lettering runs from the south. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, which would mean the first allotment was not allocated a letter. So if somebody assumed that the first allotment was 1A, it could have dire consequences. It could result in two unfortunate tenants having their crops sprayed. So when the clerk was instructed to get a price from Mark Grummett for spraying plots 1F and 1C, monies in precept, did he have a choice of which two plots to spray? Because when the photograph was taken, the one near the entrance looked like it had been sprayed, as did the one we think is 1C. As for the one we believe is 1F, it appears to be still growing. So is the one near the entrance 1F? Overall, improvement from last inspection. Plots need remarking and vacant plots reletting. Why haven't they been advertised before? Shed near waste ground. Confirm ownership and remove. So what is happening at the waste ground? Colour site, no problem. But the south entranceway looks overgrown. Plank up, no problem. Dog drove, no problem. And this is true, as there's no allotments down Dog Drove. The allotments are actually on Nuts Lane. Brownfield St Mark's, no problem. Plot 13-14 may become vacant in October. So has the tenant handed his notice in or not? If they're coming vacant, would it not be sensible to be advertising them now and letting them so someone can plan for the future? Last site, Holbeach Bank. Plots 1 to 8 and plots 16 to 20 will become available for let after October. We'll need some work doing on it. Plots 9 to 15, no problem. But there is a problem with all the allotments. A fence has been erected on the boundary. This has narrowed the access, so large machinery cannot access the allotment. And in 2011, a new entranceway was constructed. This permitted a sugar beet harvester to access the allotment to harvest the crop on plots 9 to 15. However, permission was not sought from the owner of the piece of land between Roman Bank and where the entrance was placed. Subsequently, the council was written to and was told that their tenants and themselves had no right of way over this piece of land and to refrain from doing so. But over a year on, nothing has been done to resolve the problem with the entranceway. Brownfield Holbeach Bank to be returned to the Crown. So who gave permission for all the soil waste to be dumped on the allotment? And when the original Crownfield Bank allotment entranceway is in a householder's garden, why should the parish council offer a right of way over the Bass allotment entranceway, unless it's an admittal by the parish council that there was collusion between them and the householder to increase his garden? Is it a belief that if the flowers look good in Holbeach, everyone will believe that everything is good and rosy at the parish council? Is that why there's been so much effort put into the flowers this year?